Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 6. We are about to enter the city of Spire, now that we've made our way here. Immediately hitting the wrong button. Good start. Yeah, now that we've made our way here and explored all the way around it, and determined that we do not have quite what it takes to deal with the remote Abyss Fort for now. Which we assume is just the Loyalist hideout. I mean, yeah, it definitely is, actually. Find hard proof that they are there. I mean, we encountered them. I don't know if that counts as hard proof. I suppose it's maybe worth returning to Mello and talking to him to see if he's actually happy enough with that information, what little information we can give him. Right, but other than that, well, two things. One thing is that I didn't notice last time, but it did after I stopped recording and made my way back here, that there is a trapdoor right here outside of the walls of Spire, so I think I'm just going to take a quick look down there before entering the city itself. And also, I just happened to look... I don't know, why did I look in the first place? I'm not sure. But I happened to look at our skills. Yeah, I can't remember now what I was looking for specifically. But I noticed that Xas, for some reason, does not have Blade Master. And, okay, also... Mouse got stuck right off the bat. Well, it's better to get this out of the way now. Hold on. Okay, where was I? Right, so... Yeah, for some reason, Xas does not have Blade Master. And I was wondering why that is, so I actually looked up a list of skills. I only looked at the melee skills so far. Or physical skills, I suppose. And it turns out that the requirements for Blade Master are just 4 points of strength and 9 points in either weapon skill. So I really don't know why he doesn't have it. Except that the list says 4 points spent, or 4 points increased. So maybe I haven't actually bought 4 points of strength for him yet, because he's only at 7 versus Ayali's 9. So maybe next time, next level up, I'm going to try giving him a point of strength, which of course would be useful no matter what. Well, it is pretty expensive, but if that's actually what he's missing, because he does have skill 12 versus Ayali's 10 in melee weapons. So that shouldn't be it. And this is a relatively cheap way to further boost your melee damage. Also, so I would like to have that for him as well. Which, because, what else am I going to invest in other than maybe survivability in light of our recent experience with those loyalists. But more damage would also absolutely be useful. I mean, he's already dealing very solid damage most of the time. She could use some help in that regard. And that's where dual wielding comes into play, because I kind of stopped putting points into that, thinking that this only affected the... thinking that the only penalty there was to dual wielding was a hit penalty, but apparently, it turns out, and I don't know if the game ever explicitly tells you, and if I just forgot, but it also comes with a 20% damage penalty, which is offset by a skill level of 10 in dual wielding. So I think I want to go at least up to that point. So at least she's dealing full damage with each of her weapons, plus further reducing the hit penalty. But that has not really been a huge issue. Also, apparently, quick action basically maxes out or caps out at 10 as far as the chance to deal extra damage or extra hits is concerned, and it maxes out at apparently 40% chance, which is pretty decent. Right, Blade Master, and also Strength, Weapon Skill, and Blade Master all add the same damage bonus. So, in terms of just increasing your damage output, Blade Master is, well, I suppose, after a certain point, after getting your weapon skill to a certain level, Blade Master is the cheapest way to just boost your damage. Except there is also Lethal Blow, which is a 4% per skill level chance to just deal extra damage, I think. Was it? Hold on. Right, yeah, so Lethal Blow is a 4% per level chance to deal an additional 40% damage. which also caps out at 10 or 40% activation chance. So definitely something you want to go for, and that requires to unlock this skill, I think was 10, was 5 or 6 or 7 or something levels of Blade Master. So yeah, actually it has to be more than 5, so maybe it was 7. So anyway, we should be getting that one sometime soon. Alright, anyway, just figured I'd mention that also to maybe remind myself or ingrain this knowledge a little bit more. But that gives me a bit more of an idea where to aim for in terms of character development for my fighters at least. And I suppose for my spellcasters it's pretty obvious as well. Yeah, I mean we want to aim for a certain level of our respective spell school, just to be able to cast those spells, and then from there on out it's just well, spellcraft, I suppose, being the cheapest way to boost that damage. Actually, I probably should at least take a look at other at the available skills. Okay, so I mainly wanted to confirm that intelligence really does not increase spell damage. It's just mana and well, some resistances. But yeah, as far as magical damage goes, it's just the mage spells and pre-spells respectively. Or I suppose, I mean, it says spell damage for pre-spells as well, but surely it would also affect the efficiency of healing and support spells. Otherwise, that would kind of suck. But yeah, and then of course spellcraft also adds the same amount of extra damage, and hopefully non-damaging spells as well. Again, and magical efficiency is maybe also better than I give it credit for, giving you a 5%, I suppose on average 5% cost reduction per skill level. So that's really not bad, and it caps out at 50% at skill level 10. So yeah, not terrible. And oh, the other thing is that dexterity, despite not listing it here, yeah, it specifically doesn't list damage here, but it does actually increase range damage, just like your bows and thrown missile skills do. So there's that as well. Right, anyway. Yeah, no real new insights there, except that maybe I do want to invest a little bit in magical efficiency at some point, after I'm happy enough with my damage and or everything else has become too expensive. Anyway, let's see how far we can get here. Probably not very far. Hello. Well, you guys look refreshing compared to what I've been dealing with recently. Oh, hey. Actually, well, it's fine. Just kill that guy now. Nice. Yeah, these are so harmless compared to those loyalists. It's almost pathetic. I mean, it is pathetic, really. You cannot really want to. Actually, you can reach this guy, so might as well. And you can reach anyone. You can even attack this dude. What are you? Just a rogue mage. Not named, but slightly tankier than their companions. Do I need some healing? Not desperately. Ooh, close. Wait, only one of them did something? That's weird. Okay, we were slowed, but not that slowed. Oh, nice. I'll take that. Deal with this guy first. Okay, yeah, mage is maybe predictably pretty resistant to magic, but not so much to blades to the face. Okay. And we get a halberd, a shield, some food, short sword, a fine robe, blessed bracers. Do we have any use for that? Let's see. 10 armor. Actually, wait, that's pretty good. They are very bulky, though. Stun resist, some hostile effect resistance. Which is not terrible. Fatigue removal, of course, is nice. And the riposte is nice when it happens. Blade Master, of course, is nice. Lethal Blow, which we don't otherwise have access to yet. Well, you're not really... Well, you're benefiting mostly from the acid resistance of these. As of course, spellcraft and resistance. Well, resistance is nice. Does what you think it does, increasing all the elemental resistances. Spellcraft, of course, is the main thing here. I don't know. These aren't terrible necessarily. They're pretty defensive. It might be smarter to use these, considering, you know, some of the tougher enemies kick our butt pretty hard, but most enemies don't. You know, enemies that are actually our level, or I suppose enemies that are probably way below our level, but that are in areas that we're supposed to be dealing with, tend to be trivial. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going with offense. What can I say? Right, but I was thinking, yeah, she can actually increase dual wielding. I suppose since that's what I'm apparently want to do. It went up to 3. That sucks. I was hoping that it would stay at 2, which would have allowed me to just basically max it out at 10, the next level up, without having to use any items. But I suppose that's still okay. It's an extra, well, 2% lower damage penalty, I guess. I mean, individually each point doesn't add that much, but it does add up, of course. So... do I want to do that? What else would I increase? I mean, I suppose I would like to increase Blade Master to see if that actually unlocks Lethal Blow for good. But I guess dual wielding is going to take priority for now. Alright. Spire. You enter Spire, the southern town in the Abyss. It was once a miserable, crumbling settlement full of filth and brigands. It is still dirty and disorganized, but there has been a lot of construction and cleaning lately. Most of the walls and gates show signs of recent construction or repair. A citizen walks by with a wheelbarrow full of trash. Guards wield new weapons. Something recently gave them powerful motivation to straighten things up. Well, motivation and also the means, I suppose. You also notice that the people, while rough and armed, are not as desperate or starved looking as citizens elsewhere in Avernum. Considering how remote the Abyss is, this is truly odd. And yet, as calm as things here seem, this is still the Abyss. Partially mopped up bloodstains dot the walkways, and the screams of the arena echo through the town. Visitors here still need to be on their guard. Well, that might be true for common people. Surely we have nothing to fear. Construction worker, Spire guard, a conscripted worker, actually. Spire's guards are a grimy lot of mixed mercenaries dragged in from all over Avernum. Their armor is filthy and worn, but their weapons look new. They watch you closely, alert for any sign of treachery or lawbreaking. They don't trust Evernites, especially soldiers. Fortunately, they leave you alone. Conscripted worker. Several people in Spire are working on building or repairing the walls. They don't seem to be doing it willingly. The guard must occasionally conscript a few hardy souls to get the job done. They stalk past you, grumbling and sweating. None of them are in the mood to talk. These cages are for public humiliation of miscreants. Spire practices harsh justice. MacGoff, hello. There's a wrinkled old woman sitting in this chair, leaning back and smoking a pipe. She grins at you with stained teeth. Hopefully not stained green. When you approach. Her goods look like they have come from all over Avernum. She coughs and says, I'm MacGoff. Don't worry, I'm not picky. I'll trade with anyone, even your lot. I buy, sell, and don't ask any questions. What do you want? Who do you trade with? She just told us anyone. Yeah, anyone. Anyone with money to buy or goods to sell. Merchants, refugees, whoever. I'm not particular. I'll even buy from an Evernite. Where do your wares come from? She looks wary. No, don't know, don't ask. Not interested. Okay. Do you only deal with merchants and refugees? Why do we keep asking these questions? She takes her pipe out of her mouth and frowns. I don't ask who people are. I let the money speak for itself. And do you ever buy stolen goods? We're really insistent for some reason. You're far from your home territory, Evernight, and I don't like your questions. You want to trade? Trade. Otherwise, move on. I mean, that's honestly perfectly fair. I would be annoyed in her stead as well. Let me look at your wares then. Could there possibly be anything useful? Blessed Greaves, nah. Gold necklace, silver necklace. Piercing gloves? +1 to anatomy. I mean, I could fill up on potions, I suppose. Honestly, I've been using some healing potions lately. Making my resources dwindle a little bit in that regard, but I guess it's not really critical yet. Blessed Shield, Iron Thrones. I mean, there's just nothing super useful here. Plus, prices are expensive, at least not exorbitant, which is what you would expect normally under these circumstances. I mean, I'm tempted to get the energy potions, even though I don't desperately need them. But they're also not super expensive. I don't know, I guess we have enough. It's fine. Anyway, I have something I want to sell, actually. Well, not much, but there you go. Suppose that's all I need. Alright. There are 2 whipping posts here. Spire practices harsh justice, yes. So we've heard. Okay, townspeople. You're just outside the infamous Spire Arena. Mercenaries, thugs, and the desperate have long come here to risk their lives, in return for the hope of cash and fame. Mostly cash. Happily, most of them escape with only maiming. All are welcome to enter the pit, for the privilege of facing off against Spire's menagerie of bizarre and dangerous beasts. You can hear the shouts of bloodthirsty patrons coming from within. Awesome. We are definitely going to take a closer look at that. Ooh, what's in here? Huh. A bunch of stuff just lying around. Oh, I guess I did unlock the door. Okay. Flying cloak, huh? I mean, this is not exactly a friendly place, and I just said that I was running a little bit low on healing. So... yoink. Look, I'm not going to take everything, right? I'm only taking things that are actually immediately useful. Or somewhat immediately. Curing potion. Yeah, same thing there. It's kind of their fault for not putting any guards here. See, I'm not going to touch their food. I'm not a monster, you know? What's here? Oh, that cannot be picked. Interesting. Mayor's Garden, keep out. Oh, okay. I guess I will comply for now, just in case that would otherwise make people angry. Let's maybe wait with that, right? Mayor's Mansion, keep out. Oh, but what if I want to talk to the mayor? I'm assuming that's where the mayor is. Unless there is also a separate town hall somewhere. Oh, wait, that's not a name. You're just a Neffel. Spire is full of a wide variety of people. Mercenaries, farmers, folks who just want to be left alone. Many of them live in large, low barracks built into the town walls. They don't appreciate your intrusion. They stay very quiet. Understandable. Brr. Commander Diver. Not holy, I assume. No, just normal. There's a huge Nephar warrior pacing near the west gate, inspecting the ballistae and supervising the construction of the city defenses. He looks most displeased that you were able to enter Spire so freely. Sorry, I mean, there's no attempt was made to stop me in any kind of way. He growls. I'm Commander Diver. You Evernights, you're not welcome here. You do your business and go. You're building up the city walls? Ignoring the unfriendly greeting. Yes, we find people who loiter and we make them work. City walls good for all. He grins, showing his fangs. Never know when we need to defend ourselves from Avernum. Well, might be sooner than you'd like. Well, maybe just as soon as you'd like, with that attitude. Tell me about the mayor here. Mayor Anatolia. She says we have to tolerate your kind. Only reason you're not thrown out by now. Pff, okay. Do you enforce the law here? He looks over at a pair of ominous whipping posts set up by the city wall. Then he smiles. Anatolia gives the laws. I enforce them. I give the punishments. We have no jails. Those who break law, they pay in blood. Okay, lovely. There's something else I'd like to know. Commander Diver turns his back on you and, without another word, walks away. Some residents of the Abyss really hate Evernites. Okay, let's try that again. Oh wait, never mind. There's nothing else. Those were all the options. All right, well, that was nice. That's about the kind of greeting that I expected after what I've been told about the place. City Hall, okay. Well, let's take a look at the message board here, job board. Reclaim the farm. Citizens of Spire, beware. I am Tizane. Squatters from the accursed city of Barga have claimed my farm to the north. It happened to me and it can happen to you. I will pay the bulk of my life savings to any bounty hunter who can dislodge the invaders, hopefully killing them in the process. Will do. Worm Iker. Oh no. Not that again. Mother Twymon? Twymon. Of the Temple of Divine Righteousness in Spire requires some special ichor for the preparation of her potions and inks. It can be squeezed out of the worms along the river to the northwest. Hopefully they're not quite as tough as that one worm over in the remote tunnels. They can be difficult to find, but carrying rotten meat of a certain nature can draw them from the waters. They must be killed quickly or their precious ichor will spoil. Interesting. I require 4 vials. Rotten meat of a certain nature. Care to be any more specific? Huh. Hidden brigands. Brigands have been attacking caravans to the west of Spire. They strike with unusual skill and savagery. Spire wishes them tracked down and destroyed. Should he accomplish this feat, report it to Commander Diver for a bounty. Caravans to the west of Spire. Hidden brigands. Haven't we dealt with those? I mean, either they were the ones right down here. Were they called hidden brigands? Maybe. There were some kind of brigands. Or there was this... No, that's a friendly caravan camp. There was this camp of brigands. Well, Fanklan. Basically the same thing. Okay, apparently... neither of those are the ones. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Well, hello, Mother Twymon. This temple is probably the sturdiest building in Spire. The walls are lined with both weaponry and expensive art. It speaks of both wealth and the power required to retain it. The priestess approaches you with a smile and open arms. She wears opulent robes and expensive jewelry. You suspect that she wields more than enough power to defend them. Okay, I wasn't going to attack her, but thanks for the implicit warning, I suppose. She says, I'm Mother Twymon. This is a shrine to the shrine... What? This is a shrine of the Shrine of Divine Attainment. A shrine of the Shrine of Divine Attainment. And we welcome all those who believe in the power of the brave, unchained individual. Okay. Tell me about your church. The Shrine of Divine Attainment is dedicated to keeping the spirit of the individual alive in Avernum, in the Abyss, everywhere, where the spirit of freedom and adventure has not been crushed. How do you help your followers? Well, in the Abyss, we help our adherents gain strength and give them advice about how to use that strength to gain power, wealth, and influence. Then, when they have attained those things, we advise them on how those things might be best used. Okay. And who crushes the spirit of freedom and adventure? Everyone you can imagine. The Empire, the Crown of Avernum, anywhere and anyone that would oppress free spirits with an excess of laws. We are entering a wild time. King Starus cannot help you. Only your own courage and wisdom can help you. Well, I mean, I guess. It certainly can't hurt to be strong and wise. Is your faith popular in the Abyss? Extremely. The Abyss is full of independent spirits, trying to escape being smothered by excess laws and control. Many come to me, and I provide them with healing, training, and guidance. And of course I expect donations in return. My time is precious and limited, after all. Yeah, fair enough, I suppose. I'd like to know more about Spire. She nods. This temple has been here for a long time, building and growing, and as Spire gains power and influence, it will grow larger still. I've worked hard with Mayor Anatolia to organize the city and build our defenses. Spire will rise like a phoenix. I hope it doesn't have to burn down first. How will Spire gain this influence? She smiles serenely. In a chaotic time, it is important to gain allies, to work with them to prevent chaos and famine. After all, the independent spirit is only nourished when anarchy is prevented. There must be laws, after all. Limited laws, but laws nonetheless. Tell me about Mayor Anatolia. An amazing woman. She has ruled Spire for over 20 years. She is frail, but she has great cunning and a presence. Even the ogres obey her. And those who don't, she is capable of dealing out very harsh punishments when required. You have directed the building of the walls? And the cleaning of the trash, and the organizing of the militia. In the near future, we will need to defend ourselves. That much is sure. This has required some compulsion of work from the people of Spire, but then the individual can only succeed if he or she is not first massacred because our city has no walls. Yeah, I mean, there is a certain logic to that. Sure. Can you teach me any spells? Yes, but at what cost? Well, an exorbitant one is the answer. Wait, okay, right. Of course she's a priestess. Word of Steel, Divine Fire, Control Foe. Not super interested in any of them, especially at the current cost. I'm hoping that once I do the quest for her, that's gonna go down at least a little bit. I'd like to know more about Barga. It is a terrible place. There are few places anywhere now, on the surface or in the underworld, where the individual is more harshly oppressed. I have been tasked to do whatever I can to undermine that dark place. Alas, it is difficult. That smells questy. In what way? Their mad warlord, Lord Farrar, that's the first time we actually hear their name, his name, I guess, will not let anyone leave. He is determined to form his own empire in the chaos, an empire of slaves, and he will let nobody escape it. That sounds pretty bad, yeah? Can I help you act against Barga? She thinks about it. There is one thing you could do for me, if you ever had the misfortune to be inside that town. I have heard certain rumors. It is believed that there is a secret tunnel into Lord Farrar's fortress, a way to gain entry besides the front gate. If you could locate it for me, I would pay well for that knowledge. Any idea where I should look? No, we only know it exists because of the story of one who escaped Farrar's clutches. Farrar has dealt harshly with anyone he suspects might know of a way into his fort. That makes us think Farrar knows that there is a secret way in. Okay. If it exists, we want to find it before he does. Wait, so even Farrar himself doesn't know where it is, just that it exists? Okay. You'd think that it shouldn't be too hard to find for the guy in control of the fortress, but okay. Well, a quest is a quest. Oh, hey. Tizane? This young woman looks like a farmer. A trowel hangs from her belt by a leather thong. She also has a long vicious dagger currently in its sheath. She wanders around the pool anxiously. When you approach her, she looks very nervous. Once she sees that you mean no harm, she calms down slightly. Greetings, Avernite. I can speak with you for a bit to ease the tedium. I am Tizane. You are a farmer? That's right. We of the Abyss are not savages. We have homes. We grow crops. I mean, yeah, why do you assume that I try to imply the opposite? We live peaceful lives. Or try to. She pats her dagger. We just have to work harder to protect ourselves than your lot does. It's a small price to pay. Our farmers are not docile or defenseless. All right. How did you come to be in the Abyss? My father stole. My mother was too free a spirit for the laws of Avernum. They both came here. They met and had me. They raised me here. This is my home. Well, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear it. Tell me about your farm. It's lost. Taken by thugs from Barga. I put a note on the job board about it, but nobody has been brave enough to help me yet. Well, not until now. What do you raise? I'm planting fruit trees and raising lizards. That is the new way. They started that in Barga first, and the idea is spreading. They're mad up there, but that is one wise idea Lord Farrar had. Yeah? I mean, it seems pretty obvious that if the mushrooms, the previous main crop, are just not growing anymore at all, that you would just grow whatever does, even if it's less efficient. So bored. Wait, who's bored? Oh, this guard, I guess. What's this? Spire stores keep out. Hello. Hulking ogre. Spire has several ogres as guards. The creatures are surprisingly disciplined for their kind. They only snarl and spit at you when you get close. They only snarl and spit at you when you get close. They don't actually attack. Okay, it's also literally impossible to get in there. Okay, no one here. Let's see, so this is just the other entrance of the arena. Hello, beasts. There's an ancient withered Sisarkai here, watching the front gate of the Spire arena. She looks like she's been here for a very long time. There are stacks of coins and piles of grimy tickets on the table in front of her. Greetings, she says. Beasts welcomes you to Spire arena. Is 10 coins to enter. See many fights, much blood, good time. Okay, can I see a fight? Yes, 10 coins for ticket. Most fighters gone to war or have fled. Some left, though, for little fights. I mean, 10 coins is nothing, so sure. She takes the coins and hands you a filthy scrap of paper. The gate starts to slowly open. Yes, just go in. Gate's open for you, soldier. Right, but also, can I fight in the arena? Yes, go around back and find Pitmaster. I'm glad if you fight. Can sell tickets at last. Right, but, I mean, if I'm not fighting, what's going to happen here? You enter the arena. There's a pit in the middle looking down upon the battle floor below. Scruffy spectators stand around it, shouting encouragement and making bets. You peer over the edge. A young brigand has just come off far worse in a battle with a young hellhound. The pitmaster stopped the fight. With luck, the thug's broken bones will mend and the scarring won't be too visible. Your entry attracts some attention at first. Evernight soldiers don't come here often. But the spectators soon turn to watch the next battle. Okay. Townspeople. Townswoman. Hey, there's a person in here. I needed to pay 10 coins to be able to talk to you. You better be important. There's a small wrinkled man sitting in the back corner of the arena. He isn't shouting, betting, or watching the fights. Instead, he quietly watches the patrons. He's trying to be inconspicuous, and thus naturally being approached by an Avernite soldier makes him very, very uncomfortable. He says, I'm Gaul. I'm trying to watch the fights. You're blocking my view. Please move on. What are you doing here? He ignores you. You try to get a few words out of him, but he sits there quietly and uncomfortably and hopes you go away. Well, I'm not going away yet. Oh, Gaul. We were told to talk to him. Wow, I did not recognize the name at all. Ramandresa sent me to speak with you. Gaul lets out a long, low sigh. Oh, well, I took that Sliff's money, so I suppose I have to talk to you. Unfortunate. I need to find Breckdracer. Please, speak quietly. The mayor would not want me putting others in contact with the dragon. I do not know where the dragon's other spy is. I'm still inquiring, but it is going very, very slowly, and I might not succeed. The mayor is dealing with the dragon? Gaul winces. This is why I did not want to talk to you. I'm better at getting information than keeping my mouth shut. Raman hired you to find Breck? He did, and he paid me. The dragon has much wealth to throw around, but money or not, it takes patience to learn. I don't have time. I need to find Breckdracer now. Gaul clearly wishes he had never touched any of this business. Well, I can tell you he's not been to Spire. He must be north. He was grabbed near Barga. He's still up there. Any idea who I might talk to up there? He thinks, I will regret this, but I have an associate named Overby in Barga. If you're foolish enough to enter that madhouse, talk to him. Overby, huh? Okay, what a name. I sent word to him that I was looking for Breck. I have not heard back. That is all I can say. Now leave me. He returns to watching the crowd. Okay, well, suppose that helps. Somewhat. Okay. So we only have the town hall that we haven't been to. Well, the arena, of course, the fighting part of the arena, and then the mayor's private mansion. Actually, that's where we're supposed to go for Gladwell, huh? Go to the abyss, enter the village of Spire, sneak into the mayor's chambers. Okay, so that would not be in the town hall, but of course in the mansion. Sneak into the mayor's chambers and place it under the bed. If you're seen and forced to kill the mayor... If you're seen and forced to kill the mayor, that's alright too. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about killing the mayor, though. Also, she's here. Well, Mayor Anatolia. You meet the mayor of Spire. She is an old woman wearing a tattered, faded parody of the purple sash the mayors of Avernum wear. Though she is thin and weak, she must possess great strength and cunning to command this place. Her reaction to meeting a representative of Avernum is peculiar. She is neither nervous nor resentful. In fact, she seems plainly unconcerned. Ah, welcome to you, Evernight. I am Mayor Anatolia, leader of Spire. We are always courteous to soldiers from your nation, provided they obey our laws and don't cause trouble, and move on quickly. Okay. I would like to know what is happening in the Abyss. I see. She takes a sip of tea and stares up at the ceiling. I'm afraid I am too busy for a discussion of local politics. Far too busy. I will tell you that there are brigands on the roads, though that is not unusual, that the blight has ravaged our crops, which you have already seen, and that you should avoid Barga, which is always true. Okay. All of your crops are destroyed? They are. It is a great challenge. We will have to struggle to survive. Still, I think you will find that we of the Abyss are ingenious and flexible. Right. Can't inquire further about, you know, what's going on, why they're doing so relatively well, and, you know, about, let alone about the dragon that we've heard about. I suppose we don't officially know that. So, maybe not a topic we should bring up. What is happening in Barga? Well, Barga has long attracted the strong and mad, and those who would be ruled by the strong and mad, But Lord Farrar, the current warlord there, is particularly, well, strong and mad. He has refused to let anyone leave his lands, and he reserves the right to rob any merchant or soldier who comes within range. I would be very careful about him. Okay. Oh. Spire seems to be doing well. We can ask about it. She nods and gives you an almost imperceptible smile. These are troubling times. I do all I can to keep my people fed and protected. All you can, huh? Why are you building the walls? Oh, that project has been going on for almost 30 years. It has only been recently that I was able to compel the disorganized people of Spire to work to complete them. Fear for survival does much to focus the mind. Where are you getting food now? She runs a hand through her gray hair and looks up at nothing in particular. In such times, all must find allies where they can, but this is Abyss business, not yours. Well, okay, never mind, we can bring it up. Are you acquainted with the dragon Melanchion? I mean, that would have been a reasonable assumption to make even without having talked to our contact who confirmed it. Who is your ally? She frowns. Again, that is Abyss business. Now, excuse me, I'm very busy. Good day. The ogres guarding the hall take a step closer to you. You decide to move on. Actually, I don't. Are you acquainted with the dragon Melanchion? Her face becomes expressionless. The ogres begin to move forward. She stops them with a single motion of her hand. Then she lets out a sigh. Of course, this was inevitable. Yes, I have been in touch with the mighty dragon. There is no need to maintain any more pretense. I will tell you of the dragon. A small amount. Okay, that was easy. I would like to know what is that. Wait, tell me about Melanchion. There we go. I will say little. I will only say this. Melanchion is a dragon, the greatest one in the underworld. He has emerged from the low tunnels into the chaos that plagues us, and he is looking for allies. There is a power struggle in the underworld. Avernum is one side, Melanchion is another, and me, I must look out for Spire as best I can. I mean, power struggle. I would say that the most obvious and open struggle is between Avernum and the Slith Horde right now. Melanchion is... I mean, we of Avernum, specifically we as representatives of Avernum are trying to make contact with Melanchion in a peaceful way right now, so it's not like there are any open hostilities there, or even covert hostilities. Huh. Anyway, Malachion can't provide food. Malachion's power is great. He can provide many things. But where does he get it? Just because he's a dragon doesn't explain how he just magically has access to food when nobody else does. What do you give Malachion for his help? She thinks long and hard before she responds. Very little, but debt is being incurred. I think the dragon wants allies, and he will get them, since Avernum is so weak. Okay. Does Malachion have other allies in these parts? No. Barga has rejected the dragon. I'm sure they will pay for that in time. Well, that's good to know, at least. Where is Malachion? That I will not say. Do you know where he is? I would say not necessarily. I mean, the dragon is obviously... would obviously be pretty cautious about giving his location away. Even if he doesn't fear us lowly mortals. Difficulty 15. We could open that. We can open this. This wasn't locked, actually. I mean... Is this actually where we need to place the bug? I did save before opening it, so... There's no harm in trying here. Oh, really? We're just gonna die, aren't we? Can we not close the door? Okay, how dead are we? Oh. The area is alerted. But this is not her bedroom, so this is not where we need to go. I guess that's the good news. Yeah, there's a lot of valuables here, but, I mean... Okay, the ogres are pretty tough. She isn't that tough, health-wise. But, of course, I have no intention of fighting her right now, or quite yet. Possibly ever. Okay, can we open this? Difficulty 14, we could. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, no guards in sight right now. Close that. And theoretically, no one should be able to see us. Or come in here. Okay, you're standing next to Mayor Anatolia's bed. It is quite luxurious, with materials brought from the surface at great expense. It would be easy to slip the scarab under the mattress. Leave it alone for now. I just want to see what else there might be here. Okay, just some normal stuff. Nothing suspicious. Uh-oh. Spire Underguard, there's a guard waiting in the small garden. When he sees you, he snaps. This is Mayor Anatolia's private courtyard. She's made it clear that nobody is to be allowed back here. Nobody. You'd better be gone before I count to 3. Before I count 3. I see you here again, and I call for the rest of the guard. You won't make it out alive. Oh, fair enough. Let's close that. Okay. I guess now we hide the scarab. I mean, it sucks that we were seen, but technically no alarm has been raised, so... We should be good, right? Close that. I mean, in theory... I put a scarab under your bed, just so you know. What? Okay, you know what? I mean, it's... I think we would be fine. Because obviously it would be pretty cheap if you're just screwed simply for being curious about opening this door. I didn't even know that it was gonna open straight to the Forbidden Garden. I thought it was just gonna be another room. So there was no way of knowing that ahead of time. And, you know... The game did give me a warning. I'm sure they would have turned hostile and then so would the entire town if I had actually lingered too much or stepped into the garden itself. So yeah, I think we would be okay. But it does seem a little... I don't know. I would feel safer just reloading and never opening the door in the first place, which of course doesn't do anything for me and could potentially screw me. Again, I think we're probably safe, but, you know, there's always a chance that somehow the game made note of the fact that I did almost trigger the alarm here. And since I'm going to reload anyway, I'm going to tell her, because it's silly that this option even is here. I put a scarab under your bed, just so you know. What? You are a spy? An assassin? I don't know why you brought your treachery to me, but there is only one way to deal with it. And when you're dead, I will have the scarab removed. She makes a motion with her hand. The ogres see the signal and obey the command. I mean, it is pretty strange that we would just come to her with this information and just tell her. You'd think that she would be, I don't know, more curious about, you know, our motivation than furious. But, well, it's fine. I just want to see if I can kill her. Looks like killing her is not going to be the problem, but surviving the attacks of her guards very much will be. Well, she's dead. Did she drop anything? Nope. Sure didn't. 20 coins. Okay. Yeah, let's not do that. Wait. Oh. Oh, we saved before talking to her. For a second there, I thought I saved before... I saved after triggering the guard. That would have been kind of silly. Okay. Oh, tell me about Melanchia. I guess we were at that point already. Where is he? She will not say. She also doesn't have a quest for me, unfortunately. Oh well. Okay. I don't know if you really can get spotted by a guard. If the game even keeps track of that kind of thing. But I can at least pretend, you know, to be sneaky. There. Hide the scarab. Okay. Do not trigger any alarms. Huh. No one actually saw us. Perfect. Perfect stealth. Right. And now, of course, there's the arena. We can at least take a look. Maybe do the first fight or so. Hello, Pitmaster Grum. You meet the Arena Master of Spire. Spire's arena is very well known, a testament to the brutal nature of the Abyss. Appropriately, the post of Arena Master is traditionally held by an ogre. He looks down at you and grunts. I'm Pitmaster Grum. You a Avernum soldier. Ha! Not have one of you in pit, not for a long, long time. You want fight in arena? You get paid good if you live, and buried good if not. Oh, that's generous of you. Tell me about the arena. He nods. It's simple. You go down, you fight. If you live, you get money. You live longer, you get nice items for reward. Okay, I do like that. Tell me about yourself. I, Pitmaster, son of Gurunk, greatest Pitmaster. Great honor for me. I run good pit until I finally die. What happened to Gurunk? He master for years, but Basilisk Stare slowed him. Then Hellhound broke out of cage, jumped up, ate his head. Great ending. We burned him, and 3 chunks left to pit monsters to make them strong. Okay. Oh, we burned him and threw chunks left to pit monsters to make them strong. That makes more sense. He would have wanted it that way. Okay, I'll take your word for it. How do you think you will die? One day I make mistake. One day monsters in pit get me. Then they eat me. Is best way for ogre to go. If ogre dies of old age, that ogre is coward. He doing something wrong. Okay. Well, anyway, I want to fight in the arena. You sure? You go down, you not come up till bad thing dead or you dead. You get money, but you get beat on too. You sure you fight? Of course. An Avernum soldier in pit. Very exciting. Lots pay to see that. Then you go downstairs. I get full ready to fight you. You kill, then come back to me for reward. Okay. I'm not expecting this first fight to be too bad. What's in here? Oh, some meat. Yeah, I wonder what kind of rotting meat we would need to lure out those worms for that quest. Huh. Well, we'll see, I guess. Oh, you reach the center of the arena. Well, I'm not quite in the center yet, but okay. And look up. The halls above are almost full. The spectators are fascinated to see a soldier of Avernum is demonstrating battle prowess in the pit. The exit gates close, and then another gate in the northwest corner slowly opens. Several goblins, each of them a burly, scarred veteran of the arena, scramble under the gate. They snarl and charge you, unconcerned about their own lives. I'm not really sure how they got to veteran status with that kind of attitude. Also, they're honestly way tougher than I expected for the first round. Holy crap. I kind of wish we had buffed beforehand. Oh, we get a chance to buff after all. I think I'm going to start by slowing them. Because I really... Oh, okay. Are you different? Oh, Pitfighter Shaman. Indeed. Wait. Right, so these are just Pitfighters. This is a Shaman. Gotcha. Well... We're just gonna start by attacking this middle one here. Okay, at least it takes... basically, well, only very slightly reduced melee damage, so that's nice. I always appreciate that. We can also do one of these. Hopefully we'll be fine damage-wise. I will try dazing. Yeah, okay. Wait. Oh, the Shaman stumbled back. That's awesome. First of all, I didn't expect it to necessarily reach all that far. For some reason I thought Daze didn't have quite the range of... Oh, that's such good damage. Doesn't quite have the range of slow, but apparently it does. And also it worked on the one enemy that I expected it not to work on. Huh. Okay, so these guys do have a lot of hit points, but they are quite squishy, so... That's nice. Mass healing. Honestly, pretty decent as far as that spell is concerned. You know what? Help kill this guy, perhaps. They do have enough hit points to warrant using acid on them as well, but I don't know. I guess the area damage against multiple enemies is also quite valuable, so that's what I went for. And now it's maybe a little bit late to still go the acid route. Of course, now we're not actually getting any multi-hits here, so... He's down to 200, though. Of course, I could put acid on the Shaman, who is about to wake up eventually, but... For now, he's still stunned, so... We'll keep it that way, as long as we can. Xas is handling that goblin basically by himself. Alright, that's one down. Aw, really? You parried my well-aimed blow. You jerk. Okay, the Shaman... No, he's moving, so... He's actually no longer dazed. Which means... we can do this. Okay. Sure. Finish him off. Well, or try. Okay, Fireball works well enough. Okay. Just to be on the safe side here. Okay, cursed and weakened. That's fine, and they're dead. Oh, okay. Not too shabby. A belt. And that's it. You have emerged victorious in the arena. The cheering from above is deafening. The exit gate slowly begins to open. Awesome. This gate is also open, but I suppose there's nothing for us there. limb. I mean, would this be the rotting meat that we need? I wonder. I'll just pick up some, just because it's convenient. Oh hey, speed elixir. Wait. Was it just lying here, or did one of the goblins actually just drop that? Okay. Oh, there's also a flawed crystal. Is there something else in here? The shaman didn't drop anything, at least not anything good. Hello? Aren't you the exit gate? Oh, that's the exit gate. Derp. Okay. Hey, I have defeated my foe. Can I have my reward? Yeah, you're good. Grum gives you a bag of coins. 250? Okay, not terrible. You got good moves. You should fight more. Should go rest first, though. Actually, I think we're good. I want to fight again. You sure? Yes, I'm ready. Well, I mean, I say that, but of course, I choose when I go down. And I will go down next episode, because it's that time again. So, we'll resume here next episode. As for now, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.